GM and welcome back to the channel. Market update for you here with a hell of a weekend and a crazy start to Monday here. So this is the Nasdaq. It did gap down, but is slowly bouncing here. You've got the S&P 500 again gap down off the back of the tariff news that kind of broke from Friday evening. And of course, what's happened again here is bad news kind of rears its head around Friday, over the weekend gets digested by crypto, the only markets that are open, and we get obliterated, which has happened 2 weeks in a row now. So we had DeepSeek last weekend, we've had the tariff stuff this weekend, and crypto looks like it is bouncing currently with this long wick telling a bit of a story here, down to 91.5. We're currently trading above $96,000. We'll see if this is just a little bounce and we revisit those lows. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff. And if we just think about what's occurred recently, you have these major news headlines that have obviously not helped markets whatsoever. DeepSeek was a big shocker. This tariff stuff coming into play, Trump keeping his word, but people weren't expecting maybe as harsher tariffs that have been mentioned, like 25% on Canadian imports and Mexican imports. This has given a lot of strength to the DXY, as you can see on screen here, big spike up. And so obviously not very great for risk assets. If we just look at some of these charts as well, ETH BTC, I'll pull this up on the weekly because I got some annotations on here. This chart is absolutely insane. You can see the wick took ETH BTC down to 0.233 just behind my head there. So that wick going all the way down there. ETH staking was kind of the nail in the coffin, the forever top on the ETH BTC ratio. Since then, it's been down only. And yeah, not looking great for Ethereum, obviously. And what you're seeing as well is Sol ETH continue to look really bullish as well, with that being the current overview of Sol Ethereum on screen. So a lot of eyes will be on Walter Bloomberg's feed today. There's a lot of information coming in. Spot gold hitting a record high. You have Trump speaking with Trudeau of Canada, and again we'll be on the phone 3 p.m. ET. He's just spoken with him, a secondary phone call later. So these kind of tariff wars that are ongoing, maybe you're going to see some positive resolution today. We have no idea, but obviously this makes for an extreme trading market. And I think the best course of action is to obviously have stables on hand to buy any big dips. We obviously had one yesterday. Holding some spot crypto, obviously high conviction bets only at this point because this chop is just incredible to actually witness. And if we just think about the on-chain liquidity suck which occurred, which was Trump token actually launching on Solana. That sucked the life and liquidity out of Sol-based tokens. And then this with the liquidations that have occurred to sex traders and perps traders, you have a huge just flushing of crypto liquidity here. And this was Ben Zhu from Bybit suggesting the numbers that have been touted, which were $2 billion of liquidations. People saying this is as bad as the COVID crash, which obviously it isn't. But he's saying that the estimation here should be around 8 to 10 bill because Bybit 24-hour liquidation alone was 2.1 billion. If you go to like CoinGlass data, they're suggesting the overall was 2.29. He's saying our exchange alone, which is marked as 333 by CoinGlass, was actually 2.1 billion. So the numbers are a lot worse than get reported. Obviously, if you're an exchange, you probably don't want to report the real numbers as you want people to come and trade perps on your platform. That's how you make a lot of money. But the numbers are really daunting. So, even if we do have a nice bounce here, I think it's just going to be a bit of a slow road due to the fact everyone's been burned recently. Whether you're an on-chain trader, perps trader, people have been damaged here and probably have a bit of PTSD from what has just happened. This was Krown's analysis this morning saying, look, if the bull market is real and not just a figment of our imaginations, then the kind of lows we've put in here around 91s should hold. Otherwise, yeah, we're looking pretty bleak out there. But this does align with the February stats that the low in February typically comes in very early on, and these are the prior election years coming in on the 16th, 1st and 28th. But the median across all Februaries, the low comes in by the 9th day of the month. So that is your bull hopium for this, and that Bitcoin just has this long nasty flush of a wick yet again, and we can hopefully reclaim into the good part of the chart here, which is above of course 100k, which I think is a big psychological barrier. Bit of lighthearted humor here from Gumshoe. So Crypto Capo was posting, looks like we just saw the very last shakeout. I've closed my hedge short positions and added more to my bags. I'm now almost fully exposed to the markets. Hope you didn't get shaken out because what's coming could be absolutely amazing. And he says, look, the market crashed 30% 10% 3 hours after this Capo update, which is pretty amusing. Rapal here with an update. No leverage, no FOMO. 3 to 5 top assets only. Small degen bag. Expect these pullbacks along the way, but BTFD if you can. But I think he did top the market here with this. Look at the statements. The freak, Sir Chic. So Raul celebrating the banana zone as crypto plummets in price, which is pretty damn ironic. If you have some spare minutes today, Grant has published the Blockmates 2025 thesis. Check it out on the website via the link, blockmates.com, on Twitter. CEO and GigaChad Grant's putting in the work and letting us know that the future is bright for crypto in 2025. Key areas to be looking at, key areas likely to continue to bleed out and not do so well. Very interesting read, so put the kettle on and give this a read today. But we'll leave things off there with this lovely looking Bitcoin dominance chart, which is going to the moon, it would seem. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.